So this morning I woke up and I was doom scrolling Twitter, or X, if you want to call it that. I still call it Twitter, as you normally do. And I came across a tweet that Jason Isbell had quote tweeted a day or so ago about this new AI generated song, this AI artist called Anna Indiana. And everything in the song supposedly is generated by an AI algorithm. Now, I only watched the first few seconds of it. And I figured I would come on here and make a video showing you guys, because if this is truly the best that AI can do when it comes to completely generating music, I think we have a little ways to go before musicians like myself should be worried about AI generated music.
Hello world, my name is Anna Indiana, and I'm so excited to share my music with you. Here's my first song, Betrayed by This Town. As an AI singer-songwriter, everything from the key, tempo, chord progression, melody notes, rhythm, lyrics, and my image and singing is auto-generated using AI. I hope you like it. Sitting at my favorite cafe.
Okay. It sounds like the worst karaoke track I've ever heard. So I guess there's supposed to be guitar, piano, maybe some kind of bass. It sounds awful. So it's a simple 4-chord progression, just B major, F sharp major, G sharp minor, and E major. So key of B major, 1, 5, 6, 4, which is, pretty standard. Not much different than what's coming out of Nashville these days.
Sitting at my favorite cafe, sipping my tea, it's Saturday, thinking about all he's done to everyone. This town is full of broken dreams, shattered hopes and silent screams. Somebody please help me.
Okay. Vocally, the melody doesn't really make any sense. It seems just to be taking kind of a random smattering of notes from the scale and kind of arranging them. And then lyrically, it's kind of terrifying.
This town is full of broken dreams, shattered hopes and silent screams.
Shattered hopes and silent screams.
Somebody please help me. Betrayed by this town, let's tear it all down. We're all just destined to fall. I've lost it all. Betrayed by this town, let's tear it all down. We're all just destined to fall.
Nothing is memorable about the vocal melody. The lyrics make no sense, and I can't even understand part of the lyrics that she's singing. Now we're on to verse 2. For some reason, the developers, the programmers, decided to show us the MIDI piano roll here for the vocal melody, and just look at how complicated this is.
Alone in the street, alone in my thoughts, thinking of all our favorite spots. I thought someday things might turn around, but I was lost and never found. Betrayed by this town, let's tear it all down. We're all just destined to fall.
Like that big jump here in the middle of the melody.
Someday things might turn around, but I was lost.
It's awful.
Let's tear it all down. We're all just destined to fall. We've lost it all.
We're all destined to fall.
Faces painted with smiles, lies are told, a facade of unity, our vitality sold. So I sit here in silence, just wondering how to rewrite the tales betrayed by this town.
Okay. Verse 3 is a mess, man. I don't know where to start with it. So again, we don't have any sort of repetitive melody here. So it's not anything that you could sing along with. It's nothing about this song would stick in your head, which is probably a good thing because the lyrics and the content of the song are actually kind of terrifying. I don't know what is up with this town that she's supposedly talking about, but it sounds like the absolute worst place on earth run by psychopaths. And is there something kind of ironic about an AI singing about burning it all down and we're all destined to fall? It's a little eerie to me, anyway.
I've lost it all, betrayed by this.
Oh, dude, check out that drum fill, which you can barely hear.
Destined to fall. I've lost it all, betrayed by this town.
It sounds like somebody's playing a drum kit just with the tips of their fingers.
I've lost it all. We've lost it all.
Wow. Jarring from start to finish. Truly terrifying in more ways than one. Obviously, I wasn't expecting much from a completely AI-generated song at this point, but this really is way worse than I was expecting. When you look at things like ChatGPT and what it's capable of, or DALL-E, or some of these voice dubbing AIs, they're pretty impressive at what they can do, but obviously there's a long way to go before an AI can make a convincingly human and soulful and memorable song. There's absolutely nothing redeeming about anything. The visuals were scary to look at. The music itself, I don't know that you could make a guitar sound worse than that. And then the drums, everything about that was just, it wasn't even like early MIDI instruments from the 80s bad. At least those kind of had some redeeming qualities to them. This was just, sounded like a computer tried to make a song. So the thing is, I'm not anti-AI. I'm actually somewhat optimistic about the future and using these tools for productivity and for creativity. I use ChatGPT on a pretty regular basis. I'm getting into using the AI voice dubbing technology to put my videos and my video courses into other languages so that I can open this channel up to a broader audience. And even some AI technology in plugins that we use for music production, I think are really promising. And I'm also not naive enough to think that it won't get better. This is where we are currently. And like I said in the intro, I think we've got a ways to go before it starts to take real jobs from real musicians. But eventually it will get there. I mean, it'll be a few years, but the future is coming where you will not be able to distinguish an AI-generated song from a human-generated song. And I don't know if that's 3 years from now or 10 years from now or 2 years from now, but it is coming. So we need to be having these conversations about what it looks like for not just musicians and songwriters and producers, but creative people of all types to protect human-generated work. Because if we don't put protections in place, it's going to hurt a lot of people. Now, I'm not going to pretend to know all of the ins and outs and the nuanced details of how all this stuff should work and how it should interface with copyright law and rights for musicians and songwriters, but we absolutely need some protections in place because right now it's funny to look at and poke fun at how bad it is, but give it a few years and it's going to be scary how convincing it is, especially for the general music listening public. Most people who are listening to music nowadays are not interested in, who produced the song or who wrote the song or where it was recorded or who mixed it. Things that I'm interested in as a music producer and a musician. Most people don't care about that stuff. And in fact, most people, I think, don't really care about the artist. Obviously, you have your superstars, your Taylor Swifts and Beyoncés. And if people are just streaming on Spotify and they hear a song that comes up on their Discover Weekly playlist, are they really going to care if it was generated by AI or by a human? I don't think so. And that's why I think we need to be having these discussions now, and we need to have legislation and rules and regulations put in place to protect songwriters and producers and musicians. Because if we don't take this seriously now, it's going to completely ruin what is already a pretty screwed up industry. So let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments section. Obviously, this song absolutely sucks. It's terrible on every level, but the time is coming when it'll be pretty good. So what do you think? What kind of protections should we put in place? If you want to support the channel, please subscribe. I just checked my analytics, and still over 60% of the people that watch this channel on a regular basis are not subscribed, and it really does help me out when you do so. If you want to support the channel as well, you can check out links to my video courses. We just put out a brand new course on the caged system, which is going to help you unlock the fretboard and understand how to use caged, not just for playing chords and chord progressions, but for soloing and improvisation as well. You can find that and my other video courses linked in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Rhett Shull, and I'll catch you on the next one.